Hello, this is King Sir Raphael and welcome to my first video of my Adventurer Survival Kit for the game Dragonheir Silent Gods. My new Adventurer Survival Kit will be a series of videos that will assist you on your journey as you venture in the land of Adenthia. Within this new Adventurer Survival series, we're going to cover some do's and don'ts, hero recruitment, as well as team prioritization and team leveling, resource management, and more. But before we get into that, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and also share this video so more content like this will be made in the near future. Congratulations, traveler. Your epic journey begins now. In this game's narrative, you are a traveler that have been chosen to embark on a journey to regain soul fragments that are intertwined with your own. Upon voyaging to obtain these fragments, you are also to enlist other heroes to fight alongside of you, to take out monsters, bosses, and even other travelers. From a game perspective, you are at the beginning stages of your progression in the game. Within this stage of the game, you'll need to prioritize team building and team prioritization to proceed further into the middle and later stages. For such reasons, we are going to talk about how to build and prioritize teams you'll need to progress further into the latter stages of the game. To learn and understand the basic principles of team building in Dragonheir, we must first learn and understand Dragonheir's mechanic known as Elemental Affinity. Elemental Affinity is the pairing of elements that do change over time at the beginning of each season. Each hero that you obtain throughout the game are assigned to corresponding elements. When pairing up your heroes within your team, you want to make sure you're using the Elemental Affinity as an essential requirement when building your team. For in so doing, once the Elemental Affinity requirements are met, you will enable buffs that will strengthen your team overall, making them that much more effective in combat. In addition to the Elemental Affinity as well as the Elemental buffs, we also have schools that consist of the following: the Summoning School, the Frost School, the Dauntless School, the Rally School, the Wildfire School, the Poison School, and then finally, the Support School that houses our healer, utility heroes, and tanks. Proper usage of the elemental affinities as well as the various schools are crucial when it is that you want to master the concept and mechanic of team building in Dragonheir. Now that you have learned the basics of elemental affinities as well as the corresponding schools, it is now time to learn about individual roles, team deployment, as well as team positioning. The roles in Dragonheir Silent Gods are pretty traditional if you have played similar games. First, we have the tank, who is the front line of your team. The tank is responsible for shielding your team from damage with defensive abilities, initiating crowd control abilities like taunts, as well as inflicting debuffs to aid in weakening the enemy or enemies for your team. Next, we have the DPS, who is the primary damage dealer of your team. The DPS is responsible to kill the enemy or enemies as fast as possible. Moving on, we have the utility hero, who helps with either enhancing the damage of your primary DPS with buffs and debuffs, or assists with the survival of your team with buffs and crowd control. And then finally, your healer, who is the backbone of your team. The healer is responsible with keeping your team in the fight with healing abilities, cleansing abilities, revives, as well as buffs that protect your team from damage and debuffs. When it comes to positioning your team, you ideally want to put your tank in front of your team, so your tank shields your team from damage. Next, you want to position your DPS away from your tank in the back row, so it can safely inflict damage for your team. And finally, position your healer and utility heroes in between your tank and DPS to ensure they can properly aid your tank and DPS with buffs and heals, as well as debuffs and crowd control. The positioning of your team will be different for most encounters in Dragonheir, and it can be the difference between a win and a loss. Apart from improving your hero's levels, your hero's skills, and acquiring adequate gear, you also want to strategically place your heroes in key positions that will help maximize the effectiveness of your overall strategy. This concludes my first video of my Adventurer Survival Kit series for Dragonheir Silent Gods. I would like to give a big shout out to the Dragonheir community for allowing me to make video content for you guys, as well as at Angel069 via TikTok for helping me create this video. For everything Dragonheir, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Kings3Raphael. Thank you guys so much. Hope to see you guys next time.